52 Traders, episode 72.
Don't focus on the monetary side. Focus always on honing your skills, optimizing your trading strategy, and never look back and never doubt yourself.
Over the next year, your host Cam Hawkins gets inside the minds of 52 of the world's best traders to find out if he has what it takes to become one of them. Join Cam every week on the 52 Traders podcast or at 52traders.com to learn how to trade like the pros. This podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes only and is not investment, trading, or financial advice of any kind. Trading is very risky and could lose you all of your capital. Any comments about historical performance are not an indication of future results.
What's up, traders? Welcome to another installment of the 52 Traders podcast. I'm your host, Cam Hawkins, and today we have Samuel Leech on the show. Now, Samuel did something a bit different than what the rest of us would have done when we're at university. Something I wish I'd done and something I sort of realised maybe too late, 10, 15 years after going to university, that I should have been doing this at university. And it wasn't sleeping as much as I could, playing video games, all that sort of stuff. Just basically a complete and utter waste of time, bar a few lectures here and there and a few tests. But anyway, so Samuel spent his university days learning how to trade and then trading and basically making a small fortune in the process. So we're going to hear that full story today with the interview I had with Samuel, and he drops a huge amount of value bombs, guys. This guy gives away so much insight in terms of what he does and how he approaches the market that I'm sure you'll enjoy the show. Now, onto my trading, which is a slightly different story. So I blew that account that I was telling you about over the last few weeks or months. So I did get up to 300% growth, and then unfortunately it wasn't the system, it was the poor money management that got me on a big massive spike across the weekend, and I think it was a 200 pip spike, and it basically blew the account out. I should have listened to my mentor and closed out the trades before the weekend, but I thought better of it and left them in, and them's the breaks, so start over again. So that's me. Now, if you are looking to automate your trading, so I do build trading robots. The one that I did bring up to 300% and then obviously blew the account myself. It was a very small account. You can actually learn how to build those sort of robots on automatemytrading.com, my other site, so jump over there if you want to see what it's all about. You do get a free trading robot when you do jump on there and opt in, and you can see how I actually build them. And what I do is I teach you how to build them yourselves as well. Right, and finally, before we get into the show, guys, do please jump back onto iTunes if you can. I'll try and put a link in the show notes this time, because I know it's actually quite hard to put a review in iTunes. I've tried it the other day with another podcast. Doing it from your phone is very difficult, so I will try and find a link for you guys to go to that will make it easier. And finally, last but not least, there is a new makeover of the bar on 52traders.com. So, guys, I do this for free. If you do want to go and have a drink while you're listening to this, then please either click on the link in the show notes on your phone, or you'll see the bar, the new makeover of the bar above the player. So jump on there and make your selection and order at the bar. It really does help this podcast fly. Okay, guys, without further ado, let's get on with the show. Welcome, Samuel. Thanks for joining me here on the 52 Traders podcast this week. How are things over there in England?
Yeah, fantastic. Thanks for having me. Just enjoying the Easter weekend and getting ready for the trading week coming about.
Yeah, I've done a couple of interviews over this Easter weekend, so people are going to be going, hang on, this Easter weekend seems to be going on a little bit too long on these 52 Traders podcasts. Anyway, right, so let's get into the show here. So tell us a bit about you personally and how you first got into trading.
Yeah, so I started trading around the age of 18, and by no means was I any good at it at all when I started. I'm now 26, just when I started, I was just picking up every kind of reading material that I could find, looking for a holy grail. When I started, I think as everyone does, got into paper trading first when I didn't have a lot of capital. And then I got my kind of strategy hooked on after around a year, I would say, of what I really wanted to do. still didn't have the capital, and I managed to get a bursary from university when I went to join, so free money basically. And then I started to apply the strategy that I had within the FX market. So I did trade stocks as well long term, so stocks long term and FX short term. And I used a bit of aggressive risk management, so to speak, and managed to turn that 2,000 into 170,000 whilst I was at university. And then from then, obviously, individuals wanted me to teach them, so I went down some of the training routes, and then went down investment management routes and getting regulated. And now we've got 2 trade floors in the UK, 1 in South Africa, and looking to open 1 in Canada shortly. So it's been an exciting journey so far.
Geez, seems like You've done an awful lot in the first 26 years of your life, more than I'd done, that's for sure. So if you want to sort of take us back to the very first days, like when you first got into it. So you're 18. So I mean, what attracted you to the idea? I mean, why did you decide to start doing it? Yeah,
so both my parents, worked normal jobs. They worked normal jobs at the time. And just kind of saw, the struggles of the normal 9 to 5, and it's something that I didn't want for myself. So, I just pretty much do as you do as 18, look up highest paying jobs, and the 2 highest paying jobs was working on an oil rig or working within the financial markets within a hedge fund. I couldn't get on an oil rig, so I went for the next best thing, and that journey took me down, going through into some basic FX trading courses I went on. And ended up meeting my business partner there, Matt Wright, who's an older chap in the UK, very closely tied with Samuel and co-trading at the moment. And, he at the time worked with the FSA and FCA, and eventually managed to, put me forward for a job that he knew working in a private bank. So I started working in Sahor & Co. private bank. And that kind of gave me an insight into, banking and the financial side of the markets and what could be achieved. And my interest really grew from there, and I kind of got my head down and, pretty much studied all day long whilst I was at university, but just on my trading, not really on my degree at all, to be honest. And then just really applied myself to it. I was only probably sleeping 4 to 5 hours a night. For the whole of my university time, pretty much just focus on trading.
And so I suppose there's 2 things there. So what were you actually studying at university as number one?
Yeah, so when I was at university, I was, studying nothing to do with the financial markets at all. Before that, I used to run a small website and marketing business, just building websites for family, friend business, and kind of grew from that. And so I had a small website business. So I went and studied marketing and advertisement to see how I could get my website company further out there. And then, whilst I was on that line, I thought, I'll get more and more involved in FX trading and really develop that side of things whilst I was, working on websites at the time.
Cool. And so 2,000 to 170K. Can you talk us through that? Okay, so that was the first part of the show. Now, to hear the full episode, the best bits, join the family at 52traders.com. They usually go for about 45 minutes to an hour long. And trust me, these shows are great. They give us so much insight. Now, if you want to get there quickly, all you need to do is jump into the show description on your phone, and there's a link taking you directly to 52traders.com, where you can join the family over there and listen to the full episode. Now, in the rest of the show, I cover off what my traders do differently from the rest of us. So what is it that they're doing that we're not doing? What their typical trading day looks like, what they would do if they had a day job now and wanted to trade for a living, their preferred trading strategy, so actually how does it work? What we should be educating ourselves on when we're looking at a price chart, so what indicators we should use, what price levels, what chart patterns, all those sorts of things. Also, we touch on fundamentals as well, so how do we use news to our advantage? Trading psychology, tips, tricks, techniques, we go through those. Exiting trades, managing trades that you've got running. So we talk about their strategies. They give you strategies for exiting and managing trades. Books to read, websites to visit, all the best ones. Something that you should try and master over the next month. the broker and platform they use, and finally, last but not least, they give us a full trading strategy, so something you guys can try out at home on your PC this week in the markets if you wish. Now, to get the full episode, you need to jump onto 52traders.com, join the family. As I said, it usually goes on for 45 minutes to an hour, and there's a link in the show description, so if you're on your phone, just jump on there, tap the link, and it'll take you straight to 52traders.com. Now, if you're thinking about learning to automate any of your trading, hiring a developer, learning to code, that sort of thing, then before you do that, jump onto my other website, automatemytrading.com. So if you're interested in automating some or all of your trading, then jump onto automatemytrading.com and you'll see me over there. For now, to hear the rest of this episode, all you need to do is click on the link in the show description or go to 52traders.com. See you there.